Never Turn Your Back on a Friend is the third album released by hard rock band Budgie. Led by singer-guitarist Burt Shelley, this album is seen as the band's high-water mark in what was seen as a succession of classic albums. Bass player Tony Bozier and drummer Ray Phillips are a fantastic rhythm section that gets forgotten about constantly. Budgie were a solid ensemble delivering heavy music that would go on to influence the power and thrash metal of the 1980s. We start off with the track Bread Fan. Beginning with a memorable, iconic riff, the song carries on with reckless abandon. Burt Shelley's Take It or Leave It high-pitched vocal adds something different to the table. This song is proto-metal at its finest. Metal riffs galore are unleashed. The guitar squeal and the bass and drums hold down all the time changes gloriously. A super heavy track with some acoustic flourishes toward the middle, this song absolutely delivers in every sense of the word. An amazing, amazing opener. Next we have the track Baby Please Don't Go. Beginning with some screams, this cover has a sense of urgency that heavies up a blues standard. Budgie really make this song their own, with riffs coming out of nowhere. Amazing cover. Next, we have the track You Know I'll Always Love You. A beautiful acoustic guitar and vocal begin this track. Burke has a lot of feeling in his voice, showing you that his conviction is real. A short reprieve from the heaviness, it is a raw, memorable ballad. Next, we have the track You're the Biggest Thing Since Powdered Milk. We begin with a fantastic drum solo on the intro, courtesy of Ray Phillips, an underrated drummer in his own right, followed by a bludgeoning stomp that heavies the fuck out of the groove. Even when the track starts getting a little more subdued, it still delivers heavy moments. The solo is fantastic, and the rhythm section does a magnificent job. The next section has a head-nodding groove that makes you actually want to headbang. Proto-metal at its finest. Next, we have the track In the Grip of a Tire Fitter's Hand. We begin with a bluesy, heavy riff, with some tambourine creating an interesting dichotomy with the drums in the background. The bridge riff is fantastic and showcases how progressive of a band Budgie really are. Tony's bass comes through, clearly holding it all down. Berg sings some really cool, interesting lyrics, one of the centerpieces of the album, and is a precursor to where hard rock and metal was going at the time. Though it doesn't really get noticed, it's still a classic song. Next, we have the track Riding My Nightmare, an acoustic ballad with a really cool minor key chord progression. Some fantastic harmonies soar above the track. A really relaxing acoustic song that delivers on so many levels. Another case of Budgie showing that they can showcase any style and be fantastic at it. An amazing ballad. Finally, we have the track Parents, the longest track on the album. We begin with the heavy bended notes of an intro solo. The music gets lighter as it goes on, and a little clean solo gives way to the verses. A really cool rhythm carries the track along, while Burke sings some super emotional lyrics. Burke invests you in his story of alienation and slows down to ease you into the subject matter of the song. A strummed acoustic guitar adds color to the lead electric solo. The rhythm section is punchy even on softer moments. The solo gets louder and louder, with some volume swells in the background behind it. A closer that caps off a fantastic, underappreciated album. This album is magnificent in every sense of the word. Not a wasted note. 7 songs, all killer, no filler. Ballads are balanced equally with the rockers. It is a cornucopia of ideas that few bands are ever able to pull off this effectively. Budgie do it wonderfully and with plenty of style. If you are into hard rock or heavy metal, you are allowing yourself a great disservice by not seeking this album out. I highly recommend it to those who want some heavy, monolithic 70s rock, as well as those that want to hear where the seeds of Iron Maiden and Metallica come from. Budgie are a band that deserve to be remembered as a powerhouse for all the contributions they gave to metal music.